These individuals, whose immense wealth played a role in directing the development of human history, ranged from emperors and conquerors to commercial magnates and industrialists. Their enormous riches not only made it possible for them to live lavish lifestyles, but it also powered empires, supported massive projects, and even changed the course of history for entire countries. Hello there! Welcome back to our channel. LuxuryX is your reliable friend on embarking the world of opulence. Prepare to be mesmerized by exceptional timepieces, houses, jets, hotels, and other things that grace the life of the fortunate few. In today's video, prepare to dig into the lives of people who built fortunes that appeared beyond anyone's ability to imagine. These 10 individuals were the wealthiest in the history of the human race. But before we proceed, please give this video a like and make sure to hit the subscribe button. Number 10. John D. Rockefeller. Celebrity net worth and other sites estimate that John D. Rockefeller amassed a fortune of about $340 billion in today's dollars. According to the company's website history, the American corporate tycoon and philanthropist John D. Rockefeller founded the Standard Oil Company in 1870. During the early 1880s, the Standard Oil Company owned 90% of the refineries and pipelines in the United States. Although the New Yorker was criticized for his monopolizing business practices, Rockefeller also played an important role in contributing to society at large by donating approximately 500 million US dollars to religious, scientific, and educational organizations under the Rockefeller Foundation. Number 9. Andrew Carnegie. This entrepreneur, who was born in Scotland, amassed a fortune estimated to be worth over $372 billion by driving the expansion of the steel industry in the United States during the 19th and early 20th centuries. In the end, he parted ways with the Carnegie steel firm and sold it to J.P. Morgan in 1901 for the equivalent of $480 million in today's money. In addition, when he passed away in 1919, Carnegie had given away 90% of his fortune to various charitable organizations. Number 8. Catherine the Great. After ascending to the throne in 1762, the Russian monarch was able to inherit and maintain control over a large network of land, riches, and political influence. According to Luxo, these assets were worth 5% of Russia's GDP at the time, which is roughly comparable to $1.5 trillion in today's dollars. Catherine the Great amassed large quantities of land and wealth throughout her reign, which contributed to the expansion of the Russian Empire's frontiers. She was entitled to the imperial treasury, which housed enormous amounts of precious metals, gems, and other valuable goods. She was able to use this access to her advantage. Catherine was also responsible for the acquisition of a large number of art collections, one of which is now housed in the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg. Number 7. Augustus Caesar. 25 to 30% of the world's output came from Augustus Caesar's rule, and 1/5 of that went directly into his own pockets. That equates to an estimated $4.6 trillion in today's dollars. Augustus' fortune came from a number of different places. His adoptive father, Julius Caesar, was a famous Roman general and statesman who left him a sizable fortune. Augustus had extensive holdings, including properties in Italy and other regions of the Roman Empire. On top of that, large sums of money were made from farming, mining, and business on these sites. Augustus also had access to the Roman state's wealth and treasures, which included loot from victories, tribute paid by provinces, and tax payments. Number 6. Joseph Stalin. Economists believe that Stalin's entire control over the USSR makes him one of the wealthiest people in history. But separating his personal fortune from the Soviet Union's would be an impossible task. According to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, the Soviet Union contributed 9.5% of global economic output in 1950, or around $7.5 trillion in current dollars. Professor of history at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, George O. Leiber argues that while Stalin may not have owned the money, he did have the capacity to control the wealth of the country. Number 5. Empress Ruth. the first and only woman to ever hold the position of Emperor of China, was not only brilliant and politically astute, but she was also infamous for her ruthlessness when it came to eliminating her rivals. She was the ruler of the country during a time when China's economy contributed for almost 23% of the total GDP of the world, which is equivalent to approximately $16 trillion in today's dollars. She developed the riches of the nation by trading tea and silk along the Silk Road, and she supervised the territorial expansion of Imperial China into Central Asia. This was accomplished despite the fact that her tactics of exercising authority were occasionally linked with controversy. Many people believe that she is the richest lady in history. Number 4. Akbar the First. Abu Fath Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar, often known as Akbar the Great, was the third emperor of the Mughal Empire and is commonly referred to by that name. He was able to preside over a kingdom that was worth 25% of the total GDP of the world because of his capacity to extort cash from the public. According to economic historian Angus Maddison, the extravagant lifestyle of Akbar I easily surpassed that of European society, despite the fact that Akbar I's income at the time was similar to that of Elizabethan England in the United Kingdom. Number 3. Emperor Shenzhong. The sixth emperor of the Song dynasty in China reigned over an empire that contributed between 25 and 30% to global GDP. According to historians, the kingdom's technological achievements, centralized system of government, and excellent tax collection set them apart from European kingdoms and contributed to their prosperity. Agricultural progress, greater trade, and expanding cities all contributed to the Song dynasty's booming economy during the reign of Emperor Shenzong. Taxation, imperial land holdings, and provincial tribute all contributed to the emperor's good fortune. He presided over a prosperous period in Chinese history, suggesting that the imperial wealth and resources at his disposal were significant. Number 2. Genghis Khan. According to a report by scientists from 2003, it is claimed that Genghis Khan was so strong and his Mongol empire was so extensive that his DNA can be discovered in as many as 16 million males today. This is based on the findings of a genetic study that was conducted in Mongolia. And because he was responsible for the establishment of the greatest empire that has ever existed, an empire that throughout his lifetime encompassed the majority of China and Central Asia, and after his death extended as far as Poland and Vietnam. The wealth of the Mongol Empire was derived from the spoils of war, tribute from conquered territories, and control over lucrative trade routes. Genghis Khan and subsequent Mongol rulers exercised control over vast resources, including land, livestock, and valuable commodities such as silk, spices, and precious metals. The richest believes that he must have been worth almost $120 trillion in today's money. Number 1. Mansa Musa. At the top spot is a contender whose name you might not even know. The Mali Empire, ruled by Mansa Musa, was exceptionally wealthy due to its vast amounts of land, salt, and gold. As the richest gold producer in history, the Mali Empire's king amassed incomprehensible wealth, according to historians. Historians say it is very hard to come to a judgment on the exact value, although Celebrity Net Worth has estimated his wealth to have been over 400 billion US dollars. According to the BBC, the African king departed Mali with some 60,000 men, including royal officials, camel drivers, and slaves on what is believed to be the most lavish pilgrimage to Mecca in history. During his 3-month stay in Cairo, he spent so much gold that he disrupted the local economy and drove up gold prices for the next decade. Given the vast gold resources and trade dominance of the Mali Empire, combined with Mansa Musa's personal control over these riches, it is widely believed that his net worth was extraordinary. And there you have it, the incredible lives of the 10 richest people in human history. While some philanthropists were praised for their contributions to worthwhile endeavors and the betterment of society at large, others were criticized for their monopolistic business methods or lavish spending habits. The massive riches they gained prompts serious concerns about fairness, social responsibility, and resource distribution. These people, from ancient kings and conquerors to modern business moguls, changed the world indefinitely. Their legacies inextricably linked to the enormous riches that shaped the development of human civilization. Tell us what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing financial videos. Once again, this is LuxuryX and thank you for watching. See you on the next one.